Welcome to the FaceTime with God podcast. I'm your host, Kay Farrar, and yes, you have tuned in to the right place because we're bringing Christ to the culture and the culture to Christ. Because the gospel's not for old times, it's for all times. So we've got relevant topics, real people, and we're starting right now.
All right, so we're going to come back and for another segment here with some serious questions, serious marriage, family type questions. And so this one is really your best advice to singles, right? Who desperately want to be married, want to have a family, want to be where you guys are. What advice would you give? Whoever wants to take that.
I would say be practical. Be practical. With your life. If you're dating someone that totally doesn't fit your lifestyle, you just kind of know your person, what you want them to be. So I kind of prayed and very specific in prayers. I'm like, Lord, this is what I would like in a man. I feel like when you do that, God, it's like, okay, I'm up for the challenge, And I think that a lot of times we'll just choose people just because we're lonely or sad or just want to have somebody. But I don't think people realize it's single, it's very serious. I feel stay in your moment of being single and love it. Enjoy it, travel, do your thing, and all of those things. Learn more about yourself, spend time, all of those things. But I feel like we don't date ourselves or spend, you know what I mean? Get time to kind of know who you are, the things that, because a lot of things that you go through, dating and things like that. So I think I would tell singles just to be practical in your choices. Go to God and ask him what should I be for that person? You know what I mean? And I was even thinking about it, I'll think I love music, not knowing my husband would be a musician. Wow. Love to dance. I always say you're the music to my dance. We like to joke. We both love fashion. Very I can be introverted as well. He thinks I'm more extroverted, but I make myself be extroverted. I'm always nervous, have anxiety a lot of times because I don't like to be in the front. Okay. And he's the same way. So it's I feel like sometimes you just got to be similar in those areas. Because if he wants to travel and I don't, you know what I'm saying? He wants to have kids and I don't. All of those things, you kind of very simple. Just be, just kind of know what you want and, and just kind of be practical with your choices. And I want women, especially single women, to know that you're the prize. You know what I mean? You're the queen. You should be holding yourself and who you are and be fine without a man and just be okay with that. You know what I mean? So I think that once I started just having that energy, I'm busy, I'm doing things for the Lord, I kind of forgot about just focusing on relationship and trying to find a man or whatever. Okay. So I think that is my take of it.
So you were that woman that was I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's okay, And I felt even with him, he chose because he could have, I think Jeremy had choices and things he could have done, but he just knew, that's what he told me. So I feel what God wants for you. And when you pray and you may not even sometimes voice it, but it's just that you kind of match what you feel. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so because we're kind of I tell people all the time, so we maybe argue maybe once or twice a year because we know each other. We're kind of similar, Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I think that's why a lot of times people clash because you're just now you like to stay at home and this person like to go out, Just simple stuff that, So, what would you say, babe? I don't know.
On a man's level?
Yeah.
Okay, my situation was a little different, obviously. Mm-hmm. Was 10 years young.
Oh yeah.
So it was more like a crush thing, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was I want her and I want nobody else to have her. You know what I mean? That's how I was thinking of she matched the personality. You gotta have, she said, you gotta have some similarities. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't want nobody serious all the time. Some women just straight serious all the time. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be around that. Okay. She jokes, she plays. She's very, free spirited. Was in church. Well, okay, so she keeping herself, you know what I mean? Like she was structured. And she loved people, everybody was a social butterfly. Everybody loved her, so I was like, okay, I like her, But I mean, aside from me, even as a man, like the waiting to get married, right? There's certain things you're gonna learn how to deal with, right? You're not gonna have nobody that gonna match you, or y'all always clashing on the little stuff, because you can't really change a person. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can adjust, you can get better with stuff, but like changing somebody, you can't change somebody's personality, right? Because you can, I can relate. I got brothers and stuff like that. Like, man, I'm trying to find a wife. You know what I mean? Like they serious, like dead serious. Right?
Okay. Now, how old are your brothers?
My brother, no, not my brother. Like some guys, my brothers are married already.
Yeah,
Oh, I got you. I mean,
Both of my brothers.
okay, the ones you talked about. Okay.
Yeah, like guys, grow up with and do ministry with, work with.
Oh, we do have a friend about to ask you that though.
Who?
Remember Janelle's friend was asking, how did you know that you were ready to be married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. So
you probably could talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's so easy for you guys, but to be honest, and just like I said, and I do want to clarify, like when we're talking about these statistics, it can be, I don't know, it can almost be like you making a statement where we're just stating what the statistics say, because they really, in some ways, it's something we want to be aware of, but that doesn't mean that everybody, falls into those cases. But the numbers are not lining up on the side of Black families right now.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest, right? It's not lining up on the side of Black love. We see, and again, sometimes it's just what is displayed, what you see. But we see a lot of hate,
Yeah.
and we see a lot of singleness, and we see a lot of wilding out. We don't see that much in terms of Black love. And even, things we see with celebrities. I forget who it was. Somebody talking about, they just split up because domestic abuse. He threw her over the table and this and that and the other. I forget who there was. Kiki Palmer, right? Which when we close out on the live, we're going to be praying for a lot of those things. And even the case we saw, we had here where we had a young 3-year-old get shot today, right? So by stray bullet and type. So I mean, but bullets shouldn't be flying,
No,
and certainly shouldn't be hitting innocent kids.
Yeah.
So again, everything that we're seeing, you guys are like y'all are up there, right? You're a role model, and a lot of people want to know what can they do, or what can we do to migrate, to get back right, because even people that, like we said, want to be in relationships, that's cool, but they want to live together and they don't necessarily want to be married. And I understand sometimes it's a process. They got to get some things straight and this, that, and the other. But some people don't even have the desire. They don't even care,
Yeah.
So, like, what advice? I don't know. What's on your heart? Just whatever. What would you like to share with people?
I will.
You know that.
The media paints that picture, right?
Yeah.
As far as like what's popular, what's out here, right? Nobody's serious no more, right? So what they gravitate toward, their phone. So they see a lot, like, okay, even in church they see some stuff and you be like, man, if they can just never, sometimes I'm like, we ain't never had their phone, it will be more. Everybody has an opinion there, right? Everybody got something to say. I don't know, I grew up on a lot of old school stuff. Like how to treat a woman, how to, you don't get that now. You might have 10 dads like me, right? Just preaching that to their son, right? But the numbers that's out there is going to outweigh that, right? Was somebody trying to do that right thing, man? Be a man, be a husband. Like this, the normal stuff, right? Making sure you protect, provide, right?
Yeah.
Not just saying, I'm going to have a job today and tomorrow you just don't know. They flighty like that, right?
All right, yeah, we need to speak on that.
You know what I mean? Like I'm serious. I'm talking about grown men. Like man, like my age.
Mm.
You know, and be like, great day. Like, you just did a week. That's it. You got a whole family.
Yeah, same.
That's the stuff, something's missing, right?
Mhm.
So, like, now for the guys that's trying to get married, you really got to sort out, because I think it's harder now to, like, pinpoint. You got to really follow somebody like, that's my wife. You know what I mean? You got to, like, pay attention to how she move, how she act. You know, what's her social media, how she is on there, how she one way here, one way on the social media. You know what I mean? Like, interest. It seems like nobody have interest no more. Like,
Yeah.
it's just that phone, right? And it's like, you really got to get to know them. Like, in my situation, it wasn't all that. You know, it was like a crush. She was working in the church. Somebody that I gravitate toward. It was like, okay, she's cool, she's humble, you know, nice, real sweet personality. And it was kind of like, okay, like you're gonna gravitate towards something. Like, you're gonna just be around it all the time. Until then, you're like, okay, I want to marry her. You know what I mean? It just made like that for some people.
So you were kind of led
You know
by the
what I mean?
Spirit.
Because I was so
Would you say
young.
that?
I was real young, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, it wasn't even like trying to date her, just being a friend. Like,
Okay.
you know how you just be up under somebody just because they're cool, you can talk, you can be real, you can open up. For a man, if you have somebody like that, and you know, it's like the signals are there, like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, I don't want you out of my life. You know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta kind of sort out, you gotta really like look at what they got going on, the person themselves, traits, all of that, you know, what they like to do.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
would say you gotta like them.
You gotta like them.
That was my point.
It's not gonna work if you just with somebody who's like, okay, she looks good, and that's why you with them, like solely.
Yeah, we used to see
Mhm.
couples, even when we were dating, we would see couples, we like, we don't want that. Because it was just like, you know, and I'm like, I would have people would say, and I said, well, I actually like my husband. I love him. Like, I look forward to our date nights, you know, and I think it's because we were down in trenches working and being in church and just being friends and just hanging out. And then I just discovered he liked me. And I'm like, oh no, he's too young. And then it was a whole process, but it was just like, it was exciting. You know what I mean? I felt like this is my friend. And I don't know. At the end of the day, I think that's what keep us kind of like, I'd be like, then that, you know, I just want you to like, just please like the person. You got to deal with, I mean, if you're going to be with this person and you say it's eternity, come on.
Wow.
But you gotta look at it this way too, like a date night, going on trips, doing the normal stuff, what you would do with a close friend, right?
Yeah.
You, like you said, you gotta like the person. Like,
I like
so
it.
it's like, it's almost kind of crazy. People are like, oh, y'all be dating us? Like, yeah, like, don't you supposed to? Like, you, before we was married, we was going out all
Our
the time.
pastor
Like,
taught
so
us
it's
that
just
too.
kind of weird that it's like a big thing. It's not supposed
It's
to
a
be
big thing in our church. Our pastor emphasizes that date night and going out,
Yeah,
like
like-
going on a trip, just us once a year.
Wow.
Or just
Yeah.
casually ride. You want to ride? Let's just ride. You know what I mean? Like this simple. You want your best friend with you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like you have that person.
It's so awesome.
If she fall asleep, I'm still talking. That's cool. You feel me? Like we
We
in
were
the car.
just saying how, look, I fall asleep and I be slobbering on this. I'm like, he
I
must
be
really
running
love
my
me.
mouth.
I'm just like,
running out,
oh
talking.
Lord, I wake up
Wow.
as a puddle. I'm like, babe, I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm
that's
he
like
must
your
really
road
love
dog.
me.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of, I look at it different than other people. Like,
That's
oh
so
yeah,
awesome.
take time. Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
good time.
but it's not just day night though. It's not. That's every day. Like
Uh-huh.
you ain't gonna feel like doing stuff every day, but it's just like
Yeah.
you be happy to see
I
that.
now
folks.
ride roller coasters because I was scared, and he brought that out of me. Like, there's so many things I learned to do and have fun. Oh, that's a point too. Like we like to say, because a lot of time with women, we be feeling like we know everything, you know. And I felt like it was so many small things that and there was really huge things that he taught me, like just to be fearless about certain things. Like I would never go canoeing in a canoe with him like before, like we did on one of our like, you know, anniversary trips. And my sister was like, "Oh, you must really love your husband because you would never get in the river in a canoe and actually be canoeing,
Uh-huh.
kayak and do all this stuff." And I'm like, and one of my friends said, "You never rode roller coasters till you and Jeremy started dating." I'm just like, he just brought out the best in me, even though I was still going through life, existing, doing the things that I felt, but I feel like we enhanced each other. Like, and I feel like a lot of times people come to situations thinking like they need somebody to, oh, I gotta be complete. Da-da. No, we were kind of fine on our own. You know, like we were okay. We just kind of like, we're a vibe together. You know what I mean? Like, so.
It's really, you gotta match. I mean, I ain't say it's cake and ice cream. It ain't. Like, it's definitely work.
Yeah.
But you like, no, you, like, where you going, where I'm going? We ain't going nowhere. We gonna always, first of all, you know, like say if we had like an issue, like an argument or something, right? Bro, you'll be like, great, data. It feel like the end of the world.
Wow.
You know, nah, let's get there right.
Yeah.
Right now. You feel?
Yeah. So right on that note, all right, what would you say to couples who maybe had what you have, but it's rocky right now? Like they're really going through.
Yeah.
Would you have any advice for them?
I would say marriage, to me is something that you always have to tend to like a garden. You have to really give it attention. You have to. So if that area is kind of dead and dwindling, you got to kind of relight that fire. Like, what does my baby like to do? What do we need to do as a couple to kind of like really have a good time? Because I honestly feel like with life and with relationships, sometimes we don't consider the person. You know what I mean? So when I think of like, oh, what do I want to do? I always try to put them in my, and it's not like you become like that person where, oh, my identity is my husband. No, it's just that you're friends with that person, so you want to, make sure they're good. So I feel like if you feel like we're right now, oh, April, the fire is gone. What can I do to bring that fire back? Because I want him to be excited and passionate about us. So I would say to that couple, try some things, bring it back, bring back the dating, have fun, do random sporadic things. Sometimes we get so used to routine, we'll just do something out of the norm. Like I just met him, was it last week for lunch, just randomly, because we were just like, you finish your buildings and you got lunch break, I'll come meet you, so it's just, sometimes you just got to get out of that same, that's.
You got to make an effort. You can't just be like, okay, I don't feel like doing this one, I don't feel like, you got to make an effort. Yeah. Somebody got to make an effort. And most of the time, no, seriously, like most of the time, it's because we are the head as a man, we got to make sure that you're happy. Get back to what y'all used to do, dating, doing, random stuff, silly stuff, but making it, because that's the main thing.
He took me to this chicken spot, and only because he picked the place, knew what I wanted, and I didn't have to do anything. I was so happy. I was like, babe, what was the chicken spot we were going to? I forgot. One of the new ones, and they just sell chicken tenders.
I remember. I just don't remember.
Yes, and I was just like, oh, he planned this and took me to just get some chicken. I'm so happy. And I love that because he didn't,
It's simple, man.
It wasn't planned. I was like, I really wanted some chicken today. Thank you. So it's just the little things. So I would say to that couple, come on, bring the fire back. Let's just do something.
You gotta do that. You gotta do that.
You gotta make it happen.
That's
Ooh, cool. I mean, this is so good. So good. So look, we're going to wrap it up with one more fun game. And, just to go out on a light note. But you guys gave out some meat. Like, seriously, people probably need to listen to this, put it on repeat. Like, send it. Seriously, this might need to be a part of somebody's counseling class. They need to just, watch this video. We gave you the counseling, but you need to watch this video. You need to check this out. So helpful, so needed. So, all right, we're going to close out with some fun. And so you can get your chalkboard. Okay. And this time you got a side, it's been wiped off. Okay. So you cannot look at each other's answer. But we want you to answer, and once both of you have your answer written, you got to answer each question, okay? Once you have your answer written, both of you can turn your boards around, and I'll read it off so our listening audience can hear it as well. All right, so the first question is, Now this, we might need a drum roll. Look, we did drum roll. No, we don't really. Yeah, we can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Drum roll. All right, this is a good one. This gonna get you. What was the month, day, and time of your wedding? It's a couple's question. Couple's questions now. Month, day, and time of your wedding. Let's see how much you pay attention to these details. Study long, study wrong. All right. Once both of you are done, don't try to peek out the side now. Don't try.
You said the time.
Month, day, and time. I know.
That
All
time.
right. As close as you can get. As close as you can come.
Okay.
Do your best. Do your best. All right. I know. All right. All right, we're gonna call time on that one. All right, turn them around at the same time. Let's see. All right, so we got 12, 18, 20, 10 at 2
I
p.m.
forgot to put 2.
We got December 18,
I forgot.
Saturday. Okay,
It
that's
was
cool.
a Saturday, yeah.
All right, at what's that? You got 2
I got
times?
1 o'clock. I tried to
Okay,
write
you got
it down.
1. Okay.
You might be
All
right.
right. Now, what was the actual?
It was one.
It was 1 o'clock.
It was one.
It was 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it was.
All right,
I
so-
can't remember the time, but I think
All
you're
right, so
there.
we might have it when the groom got it right. Got it exactly right.
I know
Well,
my
at least
days.
At least we know you're not missing your anniversary, right? Some guys don't
That'll
even
be
know
the
the
worst,
actual date.
Man, I fear that. Like,
So, my mentor in ministry, she was talking about her husband. He just forgot the whole anniversary. Everybody tried to remind him. So. All right. So here's the second question. Yeah, as long as you leave space, we only have 4 questions on this one, but
Oh,
so we
okay.
can get them all on the board. All right. Again, no peeking. All right. So second question: if you could travel anywhere you want to go, money is no option. Where would that be? Anywhere. Hot, cold, near, far. Where would you want to travel? All right. Somebody's trying to narrow it down, I think. And you guys already talked about all the travels. You might have been most of your places. I don't know. Seems like you guys get out quite a bit. All right, no hints. Where would it be? Come on now. We're going to call time. Are you ready? You
Yeah,
ready?
I'm ready.
All right, turn them off. Let's see. Where would it be? LA, we got 1. April wants to go to LA. All right, Jeremy wants to go to
Only reason
Jamaica.
why I say that because every time we go, we don't have a lot of time, and
Okay.
then we don't have an unlimited budget.
I got you.
So we'd be like,
So
"Ooh,
you
I
want
got 2
LA
full weeks
again.
where money wasn't an option."
You recently did LA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like I want to go back. Yeah, I had so much fun. I want to go back. All
We
right.
did.
Our videographer is about to. I don't know if I want to spill the beans, but he might be going to one of the places you mentioned. I just say it that way.
Jamaica?
He can tell you. He can tell you.
Jamaica.
Yeah, he's headed to Jamaica.
Yes.
Yep, to celebrate his nuptials with his bride. So
Congratulations, Jack.
yeah. All right. So here we go. Question number 3. All right. So if you were going to your favorite vacation spot, and again, money was no option, how long would you stay? Would you just stay for the weekend? Would you stay for a week? Would you stay for 2 weeks or more? Okay. Your favorite vacation spot. How long would you stay? All right, y'all ready?
Mhm.
All right, let's see what we got.
2.
All right, so Jeremy said 2 weeks in Jamaica. All right, 2 full weeks. So both of you guys, both of you like long vacations. So
Yes.
both Jeremy and April said 2 weeks.
Mhm.
All right, cool. And I'm thinking, even with the Jamaica and the LA, I'm thinking sunny. I'm thinking
Mhm.
warm.
Yeah.
So that's kind of in the neighborhood. So you guys are kind of You kind of line it up here. All right. And then the last question is describe. So you might have to get it on your board, however you need to get it on there. But describe your dream homes, your top 5 features in your dream home. What is top 5? Top 5 in that dream home. And you know, this is good. Hey, write the vision, right? We're going to write it out. Speak over it. Pray over it. Watch God move. Yeah. Your dream home. Top 5 features. Like we say, make it plain. You know. All right, April was like, shoot, if I'm gonna write it, I'm gonna go ahead and tell them what color scheme and everything else. All right, so let's turn them around. Let's see what we got on the dream home. So let me get Jeremy's first. So number 1, a big yard. Wow. Now you know a lot of guys would be like, no yard because of maintenance. But see, that to me is family, and fun. And you know, cookouts, all that good stuff.
That's the grill.
Throwing the ball with the kids, whatever.
Yes.
And we've seen that on the video. All right, so that's number 1. So actually, number 1, he was kind of thinking more about the family.
Yeah,
because he got to cut their grass, right?
Yes.
All right, but number 2, now he want to think about himself, the man cave.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're gonna bounce back and forth. So we got Jeremy's top 2. Let's see what April's first 2 were. So the first one is full. Is that closet?
Yes.
Of course, the
I want a
stylist.
full room. I mean, like a closet.
Wow. Like
Closet.
I guess
room.
what do we call it? The dressing room.
Yes, like a fashion.
You
Like
walk
even-
in and
yes, I can bring
walk in and
clients
move
there.
in.
I can do lives. I can do like all types of stuff.
All
yes.
right, I'm in agreement with all of these. 'Cause look, I plan on coming over in that big yard.
Yes.
And I plan on visiting that stylist closet too.
Nope.
Yes, indeed. All right, so April has the full closet and the gym.
Yeah.
And he's the trainer, but you want the gym. All right, so that's all right,
I
let's
need
see.
that for him because that's his,
Wow.
yes.
So you got one of your top 5 for him. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
Y'all are killing it over here. All right, so the third one, big kitchen.
Big kitchen.
All right, what's your third one, April? Let me see.
Dance or music studio.
Wow, we got the studio. All right. Then we got a pool. Let me
Oh,
see.
yeah,
Do
you
you have a
definitely need a
pool on
pool.
yours?
No, I don't have pool. I have an open full kitchen though.
Okay, the open
So I was
pool.
thinking
Okay,
about
so we got the
Justice.
kitchen and the kitchen. And
Not for
then
me, for Justice.
2-car garage on Jeremy's. And what you have on yours?
I just put open full kitchen at business space.
And the
like
business. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I need to have like.
Yep, because
stock
you guys are
and
both entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So that pretty much wraps up this session. What we are going to do though is we're going to get you guys on. I want some camera shots of your outfits and stuff. So we want to get a little style shot of you guys before you go. But that wraps it up. This was awesome. This was fire. This was, we need to hype this. Like we hype, we run all kind of stuff. I wish we could just put this on repeat, like seriously, because we need to get this out there. We need to absorb this and we need to dispel all the foolishness and all the lies out there that, black men can't love their wives. Remember, like we said, lies on the intro, all these lies. Angry black woman, lazy black man, disrespectful black children, so many lies.
Yeah.
And you guys have just dispelled, I'm gonna correct that and get it out. You have just dispelled every last one of those lies. So thank you again for being on the show. We look forward to having you back, maybe for some of the cooking edition, for some of the workout stuff, from the styling stuff.
Yes.
And please do go visit April on Etsy,
Yes.
AP Styles.
Yes. So I would, if you want to order any other shea butters or oils or anything like that, I'm at etsy.com/shop/AP Real Oils and More. For styling, I have my website is apstylesva.com.
All right.
Yes.
So you guys heard it here.
Thank you.
Support. And while you're at it, go ahead and support this new podcast as well. Like, share,
Mhm.
and just help us get this word out. So thank you again,
Thank you,
and we look
Evelyn.
forward to talking with you
Thank
again
you.
soon. All right.